Wayne Utterback, Director of Communications and Digital Content for the Illinois Association of Park Districts. And I'm pleased today to be joined by Molly Hamer, Executive Director of the Northbrook Park District. IAPD will be hosting our first stop on the 2022 Summer Golf Tour at the district's Heritage Oaks Golf Club on June 13th. Thank you so much for joining us, Molly, and we're really looking forward to stopping by and checking out the facility and seeing what all you have to offer. And not only are we excited to be coming to the golf club, but also I hear there have been some renovations that have been done by your team over the past few years. And I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about what some of those changes are.
Sure, be happy to do that. We have done course renovations as well as renovations to the physical structures of the facility as well. So on the course itself, for those that aren't familiar, Sportsman's Country Club is what it was called before we went through our rebranding. And we're located on Dundee Road, just kind of in between the 294 and I-90 there. And that golf course has been here for almost 100 years. And so we currently have a 27-hole course there with 18 is the Classic 18 and then a 9-hole course as well. And what we did on the course was we completely rebuilt the greens on the Classic 18. We regrassed the fairways on both courses, the 18 and the 9. We regrassed all the greens on the 9-hole course. And then we rebuilt the tees and put in forward tees on the Classic 18. So that has helped to move the pace of play, to make the game more interesting for a short ball hitter. Just one of the many opportunities that came through the renovations. Another big part of the renovation, Wayne, was drainage. We did a lot of improving of the drainage system so that after a rain event, we'll be able to get out on the course much more quickly. And so that's another positive. We also did major improvements to the practice range. So our practice range has now TrackMan range, which is technology, and we are the only ones in the state of Illinois that have this technology. It's the Doppler radar technology, 33 hitting bays, and 6 target greens. So there was a lot of renovation and improvement to the practice range in that there's a parking spot for the club, for the golf cars as they come up if somebody wants to hit balls before they go play. But also there's a nifty way to just get your bucket of balls with a credit card if you're just coming to the course to practice and don't intend to play around. And then on the opposite end, or what would be for us the east end of the practice range, we have an entire area dedicated to our golf academy. So if we have 12 to 15 kids that are here for a summer camp program or a golf lesson during the other parts of the season, they're at that end of the facility. They have their own area for chipping and putting, as well as practice with their driving shots. And then that's also an area where our pros can give private lessons to adults with grass tees. So it really kind of separates the teaching aspect of the game from the player that's just coming to play around. Off of right near the first tee, which we actually lengthened the first hole quite a bit, moved the champion tee back. The tips, but we also have a beautiful 10,000 square foot putting green and a big, beautiful area for your short game practice. So when you come up to play, you really have an opportunity to have state-of-the-art practice range and then a nice open space right by the first tee to practice your short game before you go out for your round of golf. And that area really is reserved for the golfer. So we've got an amazing academy here. And so we're growing the game of golf with the teaching area. We're also open for play for our regular golfers and any visitors.
Now, what would you say was the real inspiration behind the push to really start upgrading things at the golf course? Was there something in particular? I know you mentioned drainage. I don't know if that was an issue you guys were battling, or was there something in particular that really got the ball rolling? No pun intended. Got the ball rolling on this project.
Yeah, well, you queued me right up, or teed me right up for that one there. Yes, we had some issues with drainage, and our greens also just simply needed to be improved. So, that's kind of what one of the first couple initiatives when it came to the course improvements. But really where it all started was, like many park districts, we survey our community. And our residents really guide our capital improvements because we invest in their top priorities for investment. Always one of our first priorities is to take care of the assets that we have And so we have a very robust maintenance program for, capital improvement plan for everything that we already have. But we have, like many park districts, we have a rec center and we have ice rinks and we have playgrounds and our golf courses. And again, a top priority for investment, as communicated to us through our residents, was to improve the golf course and the driving range. Northbrook is a golfing community. We did quite a few studies before we invested the $13 million in this project. And we did an analysis of the community here. There's a propensity for golf. After the Northbrook zip code, the second highest number of zip codes are some of the Chicagoland zip codes. So we know that we do have a regional appeal as well. And so that's a positive that we're bringing people into the community. And so with golf, as a public course, we had a name that was very dated and didn't indicate, Sportsman's Country Club tells you that you can't go online and book there. It sounds like you need a membership. We have a strong golfing community. We have a community that's telling us, even if they didn't golf, because you know how you can break out your metrics when you survey the community, even those that don't golf recognize the importance of the asset that we have. We have over 500 acres of parkland, and more than 200 of those are special use for golf, because we also have a 9-hole course, a par 3 on the other side of town. So knowing the community was invested and knowing that anytime you're not improving, you're moving backwards, the board really made a decision to bring a high element of excellence to the course and to leverage technology. We have, we all know that sport and technology are intersecting, and golf is the perfect sport really to bring technology. And so the course improvements, we worked with Rick Jacobson, who's just an amazing golf course architect and has worked with us before. And then the other inspiration, I would say, to kind of follow up with the second part of my answer to your question, is that we had a very old clubhouse that really wasn't positioned in the right place and almost had like a concessionaire feel to it. And our board was very interested in making this beautiful area a 12-month-a-year facility for the entire community, whether you're a golfer or not. And so we did another study and recognized that we had a real opportunity for a full-service dining component. So we took down the old clubhouse and built a brand new, beautiful clubhouse. And we have a full-service restaurant that runs 12 months a year, breakfast, lunch, and dinner during the golfing season. And the positioning of the building puts you at a terrace, indoor, outdoor, gorgeous view of the 18th fairway, kind of sweeping views of these greens in the playing area that I was talking about. It's just one of the most beautiful places in Northbrook to sit and have coffee in the morning or a glass of wine or a beer in the evening with a great vendor that we have for food service as well. And there's a rental space there that we have found to be very, very popular. If we open the sliding door that takes you out onto the terrace there, we can serve up to about 60 or 80 people. And it's booked every weekend so far since we opened. It's just been, for a smaller rental like that, it's been very popular. And finally, just on the west side of the bar, north side of the bar, we have 2 golf simulators. And so that brings our game of golf indoors for the off season. And they're full swing simulators in a room. There's 2 of them, and they're right off the bar and grill there. So if a person is interested in having a drink while they're playing a game in a more recreational way, you certainly can, but you could come play 18 holes at Pebble Beach or any one of the many numerous golf courses that we have on the software there. So our team did a lot of research and went with full swing, and we are thrilled that we did, because it is a really high quality golf simulator experience right there in the clubhouse.
Now, you mentioned a lot of different features of your golf course. The technology aspect's very interesting to me personally, just because I love anytime there's a newer technology that people are embracing and that the community is coming out to use. Are you seeing a lot of people excited about the more technological things like the simulator? Yes. Is that something that you've been seeing a lot of use?
Yes. Yeah, we are. It's been really exciting. We opened August 16th last year. And we didn't do a widespread marketing campaign because we really wanted to keep it local and made sure that our residents had access to any element that they were interested in. We've done some more regional marketing this spring, and but the golf, the practice range, it's just amazing how busy it's been and how excited people are. All you need is your smartphone and the app, the TrackMan app, and people just sit it right there. And it's like I said, a Doppler radar technology. and you can, you hit the ball and you can get the carry, the ball speed, the launch direction, total distance, the angle, just a variety, distance from the pin where you land. There's just a variety of different ways that you can measure the metrics of your own ball that you just hit, or you can go to a different area on the app and play games, which is another thing that's really fun with the TrackMan technology. And so we're seeing that being very popular. People are just loving it, all ages. And then inside with the full swing technology, I was just there on Sunday and it was a beautiful day for golf, and two guys were in there, playing a different course and playing a game and saying, I know it's great outside, but it's just so much fun because of the technology piece. So we were really busy in the winter and we expected to pick up again next winter, but even now it's fun because there's just so many ways to play. You can also on that, this full swing software, you can play football, baseball, lacrosse, zombie dodgeball. So we'll have a 10-year-old birthday party in there, and the mom and dads are sitting around having a cocktail or a pop, and the kids are playing zombie dodgeball. So it's for all ages.
All right. Now, that kind of feeds into my next question. You mentioned surveying the community, obviously, when you were looking into doing some renovations. What's the response been since you finished the project now? What's the community saying as you guys have been opening the doors and letting people get back out on the greens?
We have had positive response. We're very thrilled about that. We're really hoping that more and more people come to the restaurant. Certainly our golfers couldn't wait to get back out on their own course. And they're just thrilled with the inside space that we've developed with the clubhouse and the golf shop. I have to give our team a lot of credit with the redesign and the rebranding. We went from the old name to a new name, and Heritage Oaks really is a nod to the beautiful heritage oak trees that are on the course, throughout the course. And then our restaurant is the Acorn Grill and Terrace. And so our logo, I wish I had it here, I should have done that, but our logo is just really simple and has like a nod to the acorn. Almost looks like a little golfer with his hat too, and the T is just, it's just a phenomenal logo. And we see that very appealing with people that just want merchandise and apparel that's got kind of a simple to read, so to speak, logo. So at first there was a little bit of pushback. Anytime you change the name of a facility that's been here for almost a century, you've got some people that are just not ready for that. But you open up and you start to see that logo applied from everything to a golf ball to a huge, beautiful sign on the side of a porcelanosa tiled wall of a building with the backlighting, and it's just gorgeous and classy. And so everybody that comes into the building kind of has this wow effect because the windows open, the doors open to come in, and you look straight through the windows of this beautiful lobby out to the course itself. The terrace has fire pits and Adirondack chairs, and it's just so inviting that anybody that's come has loved it. The food is great. And I think that our community also has been very receptive to the fact that we're really kind of early adopters. We're moving quickly to be the first. We're the first in Illinois to have TrackMan range. We're certainly not the first to have indoor simulators. Many courses are going that way, and also just local areas that are, just open simulators. But ours are also available for the rental piece, and just kind of off the restaurant gives us a little bit of an extra appeal, I think, to some people. And so, yes, I just think for the most part, I can say that our community has been very receptive and pleased with the improvements.
Now, I know one of the things when I was talking with a couple of our park districts over the pandemic was seeing an increased usage of golf courses. When things started to loosen up, when restrictions started to loosen up, they saw a lot more golfers out on the courses. Was that the same experience you had over there at Northbrook?
Believe it or not, that when the pandemic hit and we were closed for construction. And so it just kind of felt like, we all went through so much during the pandemic, and it certainly wasn't easy. And, we had another major capital project going on at the same time, but we have a par 3 course, the Annetzberger Golf Course. And that's always been a great place for families to play, for kids to learn the game of golf. We have a family membership. And normally we would see about 1,200 rounds there a year. And the shortened season of 2020, so like you just said, after they opened up and allowed golf to take place, we had over 24,000 rounds.
Wow.
Double the number of rounds that we had ever seen played on that course. And, people were hungry to get outside and do something physical or, and just do something, we all saw that our parks when trails were used so much and people really picked up golf. And it was really exciting to see that and then the momentum carried on because in 2021, so just last summer, we had 19,000 rounds, so we really have seen that continue, the enthusiasm continue. And that was people of all ages were golfing at our par 3. So we really feel like we have a whole package. You can, golf the par 3. You can certainly take lessons, golf the par 3. We have a 9-hole course and then, of course, the Classic 18. So.
All right. Excellent. Now, one more question for you. What do you believe is the benefit of having a nice golf course in a community? What do you think it provides to the community in general?
Well, certainly, even though it's not open space that's accessible to like a park would be, right? It's still open space. And for example, our course is Audubon certified. And so that means that we do a lot of measures to make sure that wildlife is invited to come and stay or migrate through. And so even if a golf course is in a community and isn't Audubon certified, it's an area for nature. It's an open space area where construction or development, I should say, doesn't exist. And so I think just the fact that you've got open space is a big part. And then certainly the opportunity to explore that game of golf because it is a lifetime sport. It's so true that you don't have to be good at it to enjoy it. You can walk the course and see the beauty, and there's just something to be said about that, I think, the opportunity. So I think anytime you dedicate land to a golf course, the community is winning because of the nod to nature.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to just talk with me a little bit about your golf course and the wonderful things you provide there. I mean, it sounds like you've got quite an array of offerings and benefits that come with the Heritage Oaks Golf Club, and we're excited to come check it out ourselves on June 13th. So I'm sure we'll be able to say hi then.
Yes, I look forward to seeing you on Monday, June 13th, and we'll be ready to host the crew from IAPD.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to just talk with me a little bit about it.
Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it.